We'll start off with the intro. My name is Juliette, and I own Mirror of Beauty, and I've been in business for about 5 years. I guess a little background about myself is I mainly worked with children with special needs throughout my 20s, and it was part-time usually, and then I would work in the retail business. And then I became a janitor for like about a year, and that job gave me the opportunity to to do different things, and I knew didn't want to be a janitor for the rest of my life. So I saw an infomercial, and it was like a light bulb moment. I was like, I can become a spray tanner. Mm-hmm. So that's what I did. I had this woman, I had this woman come to my house, spray tan me, and she told me about the solution that I currently use. And then I bought all my equipment on eBay. And my family my sister totally supported me. And she was working in the city, and I would go into the city and then spray tan her coworkers at the gym in the building for like $20. And I had no training at all at the time. The only training I had is the auto body painter helped me kind of like understand the gun. And so that was it. So what happened is I turned 3 people orange. 2 of them don't count because they're family members. But if they do, and this is the really hard thing with turning people orange, it does happen, and you just don't ever really want it to happen often. So basically, when you spray tan a person, you want to go up and down. When you spray tan cars, you want to go side to side. So if you spray tan a body side to side, it kind of just stays on top of the skin. It doesn't soak in. And then I was most likely probably using too much solution at the time. So I spray tanned one client, and she turned orange, and it freaked me out enough to go and get certified. So I looked everywhere around here to get certified, but there was something that it was like a bump in the road. So I went to Colorado, and then I got certified through South Seas. And then, I'm an SD. I also do sugar hair removal. I had my business, spray tanning. I had my other business as a janitor, and then my dad had back surgery, and I took family leave, and so I got rid of the job, and then kind of like jumped and took the plunge and became a full-time business owner, I guess you could say. And I love it. It hasn't been easy. It's been awesome, though. So what I want to do is now is spray tan someone so that we can see their color afterwards. Does that work? Mm-hmm. Okay. And what I also want to do is, I had one of the questions was about, what was it? Not fading, streaking. One of the questions that Kim sent me was about streaking. You guys were wondering about streaking and how to not streak. So what I wanted to do, and I thought this is how we're going to start our interactive time together, is this is the extender. This is a lotion. So I want to, if you guys want, to use this instead of getting spray tanned, and I will show you how to not streak right now, and then you guys have the opportunity to do it yourself, okay? So the goal is these two go together, hand in hand. We have 2 hours with each other, just like make sure they go together. So how I don't streak myself is I'll use the extender, and I'll tell people to love their body. So this much extender. You don't have to do your whole body. What happens when you put lotion on your whole body? You probably just slap it on, right? And you go. And I know that's what I do. So I think, in my opinion, the best thing to do is just do your knees down area, or just do your arms rather than trying to do your whole body, because if you're trying to do your whole body, by the time that you get to your legs, you're just tired of rubbing and dubbing all over your body. So rub, 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 rub. Make sure you get your elbows. Make sure you get your knuckles. And so I mean, I know I'm ADD. This takes a long time. So you really want to get all of your skin. And then what I do is I'll go over with lotion because then I rub a little bit more. And then the streaking won't happen. So I personally, unless it's a Sunday, I'm not going to do my whole body. Okay, sound good? And if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
So, is this tanning or no?
This is tan extender, 3% DHA, and that's lotion. So the little bottle has color in it.
Oh.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to get the first model up here.
Can you use it over tattoos?
Yeah. There we go.
Want to use it? It's not so good. Yeah.
Okay. So, you ready to get naked?
Yeah.
Do you want disposable thongs or do you want
I'm wearing a black thong. I don't care if it gets sprayed.
You don't care if your undies get sprayed?
No.
You guys are really brave. So I usually try and help people when they have to put on their bra, or tell them if you can't not put your bra on, that'd be great. But I'll literally ask them to help, and I'll say just go down, and then I'll put their straps up, and I'll tie them in the back, and then they'll adjust themselves as needed. Okay. So, let's see. So how this agenda is going to work is next we're going to watch a video on the company that I use and that has trained me. We're going to go over the DHA as the main ingredients, the two types of guns, the type of clientele and industries that use spray tans. We're going to talk about the importance of making the client feel comfortable before, during, and after the spray tan experience. And give them, I have a card, I didn't bring it, but I have cards that I give them to show them how to prepare and maintain their spray tan. My experience as a spray tan tech, I don't know, I had a guesstimate on these times if you're wondering. And then in closing, I'll talk about how I'm inspired by my work and connecting with the clients and what I feel makes a good spray tan technician. And then we'll do questions and the ab question. Everybody has the ab question. Highlight and shadow problem areas. And then, like we said, we'll talk and we'll try and do more spray tanning. There we go. So this is the company that I use, South Seas, and they spray tan all the stars with Dancing with Stars. So this woman right here, Julie Nostrand, she trained me. Turn off the mic?
Sure, you
It's only 4 minutes.
Oh,
if you want. Turn the volume down. I can do it on this thing too. I got it right here.
Okay.
So Ryan Seacrest calls this woman right here, Julie Nostrand, the Da Vinci of spray tanning, and there's a reason why.
She's a cult favorite at Dancing with the Stars, so you know she's the best of the best.
The active ingredient also handles are the same as DHA. And DHA stands for dihydroxyacetone. That's what gives you a tan. What people say immediately is they love it because it dries so fast and it's not sticky and it doesn't have that awful odor.
David, I can't.
Here we go. This is like an end to the stars, meet.
We have a first out spray can.
I'm gonna get funny.
As dazzling as the costumes are, there's one more element that must not be forgotten. Welcome to Spray Tan Sundays.
So Julie actually does all of the spray tans for all the fabulous people in Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Dr. Martin, you should see Julie for your spray tan. Can you tell me what the benefits of spray tanning would be over regular tanning?
These results immediately, and you don't do the damage to your skin.
Spray tanning is the most amazing thing ever. I love it.
I'm going to get Paige a little spray tan. I'm like,
Yeah. Loving the owner of Skincare, Julie Nostra, the Twin Cities last. You're doing a lot of different shows, though. Tell us about some of the other people that you're working with.
Well, we work with about 40 different shows on TV right now, but some of the ones that are ongoing are Suburgatory, Modern Family, True Blood, Castle.
You work with Victoria's Secret models too, huh?
Exactly.
All right then.
So a lot of times I train the makeup artists, and then they can take it over and do it when I'm not there as well.
Have you gotten addicted to spray tanning yet?
I'm trying to hold on to my man card, so I'm gonna say no, but I do enjoy it, yes.
Shocker, looks like the Bachelor found a reason to take off his shirt. Every Sunday is Spray Tan Day at Dancing.
So tell me why you created this.
Well, I actually had skin cancer when I was 22, and the doctor told me I couldn't be in the sun anymore, and so I always looked for different ways of trying to make myself tan, and the self tanners, the creams, gels, liquids, they would never look good on me, and so when the spray tanning concept came out 11 years ago, our company was born. My goal is if I can get all, especially the young teenagers out there, to just not burn, either use self tanners or stay out of the sun. That's my mission.
Okay, just a quick note about this company. It's been a wonderful company to work with. My first year I was just a mess, and I didn't know what I was really doing, and I needed a lot of support and help, and they gave me the customer service that I needed. So I would email them, I would call them, and just ask them a lot of basic questions, very needy. And they were very graceful in answering my questions and helping me, which is great, and I won't switch to any other product. So here are a few reasons I use South Seeds. So it's an all organic solution. You guys can read it. I think their training's like $250, and places around here were like $600 or something like that. And then I had to find, there was just too many rules around it. And then I really like their products, their lotions, and their self-tanners. Much better than anything you can get at Walgreens. DHA, so dihydroxyacetone. That is the main ingredient in the spray tan solution. Excuse me. So DHA is primarily used as an ingredient in sunless tanning products. It's made from sugar cane or sugar beet. And it was first recognized as a skin coloring agent in the 1920s by German scientists. And they noticed that it would stain the skin when they did x-rays. So sugar cane, sugar beet. And then in the 1950s, this woman named Eva Woodingstan at the University of Cincinnati was doing research on glycogen storage disease. And she noticed that it would stain the children's mouth when she gave them the DHA. In the 1970s, the FDA recognized it as a cosmetic ingredient. So, how does it work? Let me make sure I have my card. Okay. So, this is really cool. I had a friend of mine help me with this. So, does anyone know how far does, DHA go or spray tan solution go in the skin? No? Guesses? So I will tell you it's called the horny layer. Does anyone know what the horny layer is? So right here. So just the dead skin cells. So that's why it's important that people exfoliate, they shave, because if you have a lot of dead skin, then it's just going to lay right on top of that, and then it might come off pretty easy. Does anyone have any questions in regards to this? Go ahead.
So then it's, so you recommend people like exfoliating and shaving and waxing before, like right before?
Yeah. So a lot of times people will literally shower, shave, exfoliate, and then come and see me. So one of the questions that you all had was, will a spray tan protect me from the sun? What do you guys think? No. So why do you think that people come and get spray tans before they go on vacation?
Just so they don't look pale.
So they don't look pale. Anyone else have any ideas?
They don't have to be out in the sun.
Right. So most people don't sit out in the sun anymore. Like we're out and about doing something, or we don't want to look pale when we go on vacation. Okay, so the spray tan gun versus an airbrush gun. Let me see where am I. Let's see what we have. So I interjected with the different types of guns. So we're gonna go off the radar a little bit. What kind of guns do you guys think these are? Or what fashion are these from? Steampunk. So this is, has anyone besides the person who said it know what steampunk is? Yeah. So I think it's fun. I thought it was just a fun, it's a fun genre, it's a fun fashion show type of thing, and a lot of people have steampunk themed weddings. So I didn't know this, but I gave you guys a little bit of a history of the steampunk definition. And then some pictures. So this one's actually a really awesome picture. Can we turn down the lights?
You can see on the TV.
Oh, okay. I love these pictures, and I love steampunk. Like, I don't think I would go that far, but I think it's just a cool idea. Mm-hmm. And then here's a steampunk wedding. Okay, so HVLP gun, high volume, low pressure gun. This is an airbrush gun. So does anyone know what someone would use an HVLP gun for and what someone would use the airbrush gun for? Is it okay? Go ahead. Is it okay? Go ahead, Kylie.
Yeah. Wouldn't airbrush be for like little details and like I don't know, detailed work like that?
Right. And then the HVLP?
Bigger.
Yeah. Also boats, houses, what else? Buildings, furniture. And then, so to be more specific, what would someone in our field use an airbrush gun for?
Just be like makeup.
Makeup. Yeah. So here's a picture of, obviously airbrush guns. I just kind of, a lot of times people will say, oh, do you airbrush? And truthfully, I don't airbrush, I spray tan. So this is more artsy to me, whereas I do more technical. Does that make sense? Yeah. So really quick, I wanted you guys to see really what someone who airbrushes does, and we're going to watch like less than a minute of this next video. And then also, like this person uses colors. I use DHA, not pigmented colors.
Hello, this is Paul Rustan, and welcome to my tutorial on how to body paint Master Chief with airbrush. I will be using European Body Art's Vibe Gold, Black, Green, and White water-based makeups. The airbrushes used will be the Badger Omni 3000 and Vega 2000.
Here we go. I think it's super cool.
Now, using the same shield, begin to create form and dimension by creating shapes onto the armor. Think three-dimensionally and try not to be too big, using as a whole, not
Super
individually.
fun.
Continue this process on the remainder of the black base coat.
So that's pretty amazing, but it's very different than what I do. Maybe I have to. So we're gonna go on. Are you guys really watching this one? So I'll go over here. To different pictures of my client. So this is a woman that I spray tanned. I thought I was gonna sit down. I'm not, George. I'm sorry.
No worries.
So she's a dance instructor and a dancer and then she did this event with Dancing with the Stars at the Raven Theater. Okay, so one way of relating the spray tan experience is how people are before and after the necessary cup of coffee or tea. Before coffee, they are agitated, annoyed, and when they are drinking their coffee, they start feeling more comfortable. Where am I? Kind of like they're getting fueled up for the day. So then after they are done with their coffee or a spray tan, I hope they feel empowered and confident. At this time, my main clientele is just the average Jane or Joe. Let's see what picture we have. She may or may not have ever had a spray tan before. And she's putting her complete trust and vulnerability in my hands. So if I could share with you guys anything, please don't put anyone in a box because you have no idea where that person comes from. So a lot of times also my clients will come to me for very specific reasons. It's not common that a client will come for like the weekly spray tan. It's more like a boudoir shot, their wedding, reunions, funerals, they're going in a hospital, they're coming out of a hospital, photo shoots. Yeah, very specific. Sorry, guys. I think it's really important that the client feels respected and I give them a comfortable experience so that they're not scared to get spray tanned again or they're not scared to come back to me as well. So some examples of people I spray tan is one time I had a mom who had I'm trying to get everybody. Sorry, George. One time I had a mom whose son had cancer, and he actually beat cancer, and so he still got his wish from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and his wish was to go to Hawaii. So she came to me to get a spray tan before they went to Hawaii. Another more recent client was a woman who would probably not ever get a spray tan in her life, but she was doing a photo shoot with her 2-year-old son, and she thought it would be a good idea. So it was her first professional picture she's ever done with her son, and he's 2 years old, and she wanted a little bit of color, and so I spray tanned her. And she was really, really appreciative of it. So. All right. Let's see what else. So here are a couple before and afters. So this guy, you can see, is pretty pale. This woman, she went to Vegas, and I gave her what I call a Vegas. So the industries and clients that use spray tanning. So these are the different industries that use spray tanners. I think a lot of times people just think of bodybuilding, possibly weddings, and competition stage tanning. But you'd be surprised on why people come to me. Like one time a woman, her grandma was turning 100 years old, and they were having a couple parties for her, and so she wanted to spray tan for her grandma's parties. A funny one is that women that are older, they don't want to wear pantyhose anymore. So they want to go to a wedding, but they don't want to wear pantyhose, and I'm talking like 80s. So my clientele are average everybody's. We're not the Kardashians people. No one really comes to me with a Kardashian body. And no one's really ever that comfortable. Like, not many people would do that, but you did, Rachel. But it's a little uncomfortable. No matter if you're thin or you're big, everybody's a little uncomfortable getting naked in front of a stranger. That's just the bottom line, I think. I love getting freshly divorced and newly dating clients. They're so happy, and they love coming to see me, and I don't know, I've had a guy come to me and he was so excited to get a spray tan. He was just ready to be on the market, and it was so cute, and they need my help, and so that's awesome to help someone. Halloween enthusiasts, vacation goers, Las Vegas visitors, hospital patients just getting out, also hospital patients just going in. I had a client who had a heart attack, and he was pale, so he wanted to get a spray tan. I had a client who was going in for a procedure, and she didn't want to scare her family because it was around the holidays and they would be coming to visit her. So she got a spray tan. So these are some of my clients on Halloween. So she was Caitlin. That was last year. He's a sailor. And this is Selena. So a couple brides pictures. I think that the wedding industry really needs more spray tanners, especially in this area. We're known for doing weddings. So for example, there is a company that does over 200 spray tans per year, pretty much in the months of the wedding season, which is March to November. And I don't think that they have a spray tanner that they're currently working with. That's something that I'm trying to create a relationship with them. I'm one person, so I can't go to destinations such as Yountville or Calistoga and spray tan, 10 brides and bridesmaids, whatever it might be. Because I don't have anyone else to work with right now. So this is a bodybuilder that I spray tanned. I love doing bodybuilders because they're so muscular. So it's really fun to see their muscles, to bring out their muscles. And you don't, the whole abs thing, it's all of us have our abs, but even bodybuilders, it's not until I spray tan them about 3 times that you might start seeing their abs. And you have to spray them so dark because they're under the lights.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So do they have to come like 3 separate times to get that spray tan? Or can you just like go over it 3 times?
So for him, for example, is I sprayed tanned him twice.
Okay.
So one time, the night before the competition, I did touch-ups wherever he needed touch-ups. So a lot of times people need touch-ups in their chest area, their outer thighs. So I'll touch up the area, I'll do a full body spray tan, I'll do a touch-up of the area, and then a full body spray tan. And then the next day, the day of their competition, I'll do a competition color and spray tan them. So they take a little bit more time because you do spray tan them so much. It's about an hour, whereas a regular spray tan takes about a half an hour. This client actually as well is really, really sensitive. Why would this client be really sensitive, and why would you need to be really kind of like walking on eggshells with this client?
He's going to be judged for it.
A lot of times they're dehydrated, they're starving, they're exhausted, and they're really, really nervous. So bodybuilders, just like you guys take this pretty seriously, they take their competitions pretty seriously. And this specific client, he decided to retire after this competition. So it meant a lot for him to get a good spray tan and end his career of bodybuilding well. So here are some girls that this is the bikini category and the bodybuilding kind of world. So with these scenes, another type of spray tanning you can do is where you do on-site tanning, and that is where you actually go to different events and be an on-site tanner, or you work with the on-site tanner, spray everybody on-site, and then they might come to you for touch-ups or whatever it might be. So these are professional pictures of that Kimberly McDonald did, and I had to ask her for these pictures. And they come out much better than I thought they would. So one thing that as a professional spray tanner that I look at when I see professional pictures is there's no difference in color here. Right here, a lot of times is lighter. See, there's no difference in color in her shoulders. A lot of times, right here in the crease is darker. So another thing I look at is a person's side of their legs. So this is where everybody, even if you're a bodybuilder, you hold fat. So it's harder for that area to get darker. So you want to spray that area sometimes twice. Did you guys notice when I was doing Rachel, I sprayed that area a couple times? Mm-hmm. Also right here in her chest, a lot of us sweat right here. So you want to make sure to tell the client that if they sweat or whatever they do, like put your AC on to not have the color fade away fast. Here's another picture. You can't really see it, but her feet match her body. So I think we're coming to a close. So again, this is a client that I did. So I can't tell you how important it is to really take into consideration the client. They're paying you. They're paying you to make them look good. They're paying you to make them feel good. Clients come in with fears. They are unsure. They don't know what to expect. They're uncomfortable, intimidated, uneasy. So how would you make the client feel more comfortable? Anyone know?
Talk them through it and help them. Help through the instructions.
So when they call you, you tell them how to prepare for a spray tan. Okay? So exfoliate, shave, wear loose clothing, including flip-flops. that's a really important thing because people will come right from work and they'll be in tight pants. And then you'll be like, what are you doing? Can you go to Ross right now, please? Because I don't want to spray tan you and then you ruin your tan. And I've had to do that to people. And yeah, I'm a little bit like, okay, what's going on here? I told you to do this. And they understand because they don't want to ruin their tan either. They're paying you. So flip-flops as well, you want them to wear. When they come in for the actual spray tan, they're nerve-wracked. So when in Rome, try to be Roman. So if they're like quiet and intimidated or timid, so you just kind of go to their level a little bit and tell them everything that's going to happen. So I give people the option of you can go nude, you can go in your own underwear, you can go in a disposable thong, or you can go however you feel comfortable. So for a lot of people, like if you're doing a 14-year-old, that means wearing her top. And I used to, when I first started my business, I would say, oh, it would be best if you took everything off. Now I just want my client to be comfortable. So a lot of times people wear a bathing suit as well. And then when you're spraying them, you tell them exactly what's going to happen prior to spraying them, and tell them it's going to be cold, and tell them it's going to be loud. And then at the end, you give them a maintenance card, or you tell them how to take care of their spray tan. So this is my little niece who would come with me when I first started my business. And she loved just being a part of my business and knowing that, you know, she calls me TT Tan. And she would sit, and if I had a client, she would sit there with me because I would watch her as well as work. So there's two quotes that when I first started my business, this makeup artist, Chris Scott, gave me. And I kind of like lived by these quotes. So he says, Juliette, I only want to work with nice people. And it was like an aha moment for me because it wasn't about money. It wasn't about reputation. It was just working with nice people. And I love that. He also told me that the grass is greener where you water it. So it's just amazing. I do my best, and I feel like I do support the companies that I respect and I enjoy working with. So I really enjoy working with South Seas because they really they enjoy, I guess, working with me as well, and they appreciate my business as a customer. Be inspired by your career life and what you surround yourself with. My family has been really, really amazing and supportive of me. I'm so thankful because I don't think that I would have been able to continue being a small business if they didn't support me. Yeah, if you like what you do, it is like you vibrate goodness. People feel that, and gifts such as money will flow to you. And then respect every client without judgment or comment because you have no idea who they are, how they may have found out about you, or if they will or will not come back. And lastly, always be respectful to anyone you come in contact with in the industry. You don't ever know how they can help you down the road or how you might help them. So, round of questions. Anyone have any questions?
So if you have a client with like really like light hair, kind of like Rachel's, and they wanted to go like darker than Rachel did, what would you do when you're spray tanning their face and it gets in their hair? Does it stain for a long time?
So we have shower caps that we can give people, and you know, like if that's important to a client, then they will most likely tell you, do you have a shower cap or do you have something where I can cover my hair? If they want to go lighter on their face, then I'll just pull the gun away a little bit. I won't be so close. I also do like, sometimes I'll do just the sides of someone's face, so I highlight the front.
Do you do any body contouring?
So I do what I call highlighting and shadowing. So for example, some people want to have this part thinned out looking. So I will go over this part twice. Or some people's hips, and that's shadowing. So some people's hips, again, you go over it twice because they don't like how big their hips are, for example. If they want their bottom to look a little bit bigger, then I will darken this area and then maybe not spray the bottom as much. Same thing if they want their belly to be a little bit flatter looking, then, or their breast to be a little bit more, bigger looking, then I'll spray this area more, then I'll spray tan this
Do
area.
you charge extra for body?
I don't.
No? Oh.
I ask people, is there anywhere that you want me to highlight or you want me to focus on? Anyone else have any questions?
So how long after you get a spray tan can you wax again? Like waxing? Or is there not
Do
really
anything.
Yeah.
Like, what's the rules behind that?
I don't know if there's any rules behind that. So, 2 days after someone gets a spray tan, they might have to shave, because that's just how they are. And so I'll tell them that it might come off wherever you shave, and then I'll recommend that they get the tan extender. Same thing with, shaving as well. Waxing.
And Paige, I've seen Haley Drake had a spray tan, and then she waxed, and that wax came off, or that spray tan came off immediately with the wax. So.
Do you have like a touch-up price or something? So like if you shave and you see like I don't know, if you shave the lower half of your leg and gets messed up.
Yeah, I would. Like if it was an accident, then I would just have the client come in. But if they knew what they were doing and they told me, then maybe, I don't know, if it was literally, I usually do my minimum is $20 and I do half bodies for $20. But I guess it depends on the client and the situation. Go ahead.
How long do spray tans normally last until you need to come in and get
Another one?
spray tan? Yeah.
7 to 10 days. Okay. And then, so how do you guys think you maintain your spray tan? What do you think you have to do?
Moisturize.
Awesome.
How much do you charge?
I charge $40 for a regular spray tan. I charge between $60 and $120 for a competition tan.
I've heard, and I don't know what your opinion is on this, that you should use moisturizer with natural oils in it, like hemp lotion or something like that. Do you think that really affects the spray tan?
I think it's important to use a water-based lotion, not a oil-based lotion. So if it's water-based, it would have water as the first ingredient on the lotion.
I used to spray tan a lot, once a week, and I used to use a primer before I spray tan, and I noticed that a difference. Do you recommend it for your spray tans too, or?
So I don't. I think that if it feels good to you, then use it. And I automatically think of makeup, and it just primes the skin, right? Mm. Yeah. So it makes the skin smoother,
more even.
More even. Yeah. But I don't know much about how. And I guess it would have to be a same primer as the company uses, right? So it connects.
Do you have any additives that you add into your color when you're spraying? I know there's things like scents and stuff, or I even knew someone who used to add an additive so that if you were near your period, apparently your pH would change, your skin, so they add an additive to make it stick better or something like that.
I've heard of these things. I don't know if it's just a marketing point.
Okay. I was wondering.
So I just use this company, and I completely trust this company. The only additive that I would use is I have a shimmer, and then also the bronzer.
Okay.
So, anyone else? Okay. So what time is it? 2:08. So we have an hour, right? So are you guys bored? Are you guys okay? You're not bored?
Good.
Should we start spray tanning?
Yeah.